Today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough for Banished. We'll start with a new game. We're gonna keep everything the way it is. We're gonna start. Okay, the first thing I like to do is I like to observe the terrain. We have a really flat area over there. I also like to get some of these. I also like to get some tools up. I also like to open this up just so I can see a view of the world. Got a good sized lake right here, but in order to get trading posts you have to go up this big river. We're gonna have to have our city expand all the way down there just to get trading posts. You can get different types of crops and different type of animals. So the first thing I like to do, I like to build roads, because I like my towns symmetrical. I'm going to lead a road off to this river, so one of the first things I can do is build a fishing dock. So you can get a little bit of food going. The next thing I'm going to get a woodcutter so we can get some firewood up and going. We don't need that quite yet, so for now I'm going to pause it, but I like to get that built right there. We're also going to need a few houses for the settlers. I'm going to start building some houses for the settlers. I like to keep everything symmetrical, so I'm going to build all the houses in a 4x4 pattern. So the further we can go, it considers that as a lake. We're going to need more houses than this, so I'm just going to make a straight line here so I know pretty well where to build. I think I'm going to expand my farms out this way. Okay, now we're also going to need some farms for them to grow food. I like doing 10x10s. Oops, one thing. I like doing 10x10s because it keeps everything symmetrical. Got one farm for now. I'm going to put another one right next to it. There we go. Now I will unpause the game and let them start to work. I like to do 5x speed to speed things up a little bit. But we'll also need a few builders for them to build. I always like to start out with 2, so we get a few builders and the rest of them are counted as laborers. Now the fishing dock is getting close to being done, so I'm going to hire 2 fishermen for now. So we got 2 people trying to get us food. We are already running low on resources, so I'm going to tell them to start cutting down parts of the forest. I'll have them take down all of that part for now, so if they start to run low on resources. I'm actually going to see if I can't Okay, so now that we have this fishery up and going, we'll be getting a small amount of food. They gave us a start of potatoes to start with, but we're still waiting on these to get building. We're actually going to hire a few farmers right now. With 10 by 10s you can do one, which they will be fine. One of them will be able to handle a 10 by 10. Both their supply of stone and wood is low, so I'm actually going to have them remove all of this also. So you get both stone, wood, and iron. I'm going to pause it so I can actually build this. We have potatoes and squash. We're going to do this one potatoes for now, and then once that one gets built, I'll do squash. It has the question mark because it says it doesn't have a farmer, but the farmer just has to realize that there's a field there that they can work at. For now, we're going to have 2 out of 2. As soon as we build that, we'll have 1 and 1. 2 for 2 is good for now, so they can actually get it planted faster. I'll just have to wait for them to build it. We're starting to run low on firewood, so I will now unpause this. And we are getting a woodcutter, so I'm actually going to hire 1 woodcutter. Our food supply is starting to run low, but because of that fishery, we've already gotten 78 fish. Now, we can't survive just off of 1 fishery. We will need this thing, this crop field, to get going. It's taking them a while for this one, so I'm actually going to have them increase the priority so all the available workers will work on this. Now we just have to wait for them to get a few more of the buildings done. These 2, we're just waiting on the builders to build it. Just gonna do squash here, and we'll let them start working. I don't think they're actually gonna plant this year. They might though, because it's already early summer. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're gonna plant, so we're gonna have a little bit less food this first year. gonna actually start to, over here for now, I'm gonna lead a road straight off. About that far in. And we lost the road, but I will put a forestry lodge in there. Put a forestry lodge right there, because that will be getting me food, or that will be getting me wood, and they will also be planting more wood. This I'm going to put a gatherer's hut out there, so they will gather. They will be gathering mushrooms and berries and all those things to get us more food. Our reserve of food is starting to run low, but they're still growing potatoes here, which they will harvest and get us a good amount more. Our fishery dock, they're just working. There's not much we can do there. Now we just have to wait for them to get this done. I would like to increase the priority of these two buildings. I'm not quite sure where they are, so I'm probably just going to have... There, I found them. So now they're going to increase the priority of trying to build those buildings. Right now we are just waiting for them to build that so we can get extra wood and more food. Because we are starting to run very low on food. We only have 34 stored food. And we've got right here about 30, we have 30 stored logs. And we're doing good on firewood. We have 108, but winter time's coming soon. And they're going to be using a lot more firewood during winter. Yep, we're down really low on logs now. So we're actually going to have them, they need more logs. We'll have them chop down a few trees over here. Because at Forest Lodge, where we plant them. And we can also have them remove all these stones. So in the Forestry Lodge, we'll have more area to place trees at. Or plant trees at. This just means the limit of wood has been reached. Oh no, this means that there are no more resources. He's out of logs to use. So Forester's Lodge is almost done. We're going to hire one person there for now. We don't have too many people to spare. We've only got 2 more people we can spare. We're going to hire one for the Gatherer's Hut, and we'll have 1 extra. I'm going to put a road here. I tried before, but there were, like that tree, they're waiting to cut that down. If you see that little X under it, that means they're going to cut it down. Because the tree's still there, I can't put a road there. I have to wait for them to cut it down. I think we're going to call it quits for the first episode.